This video is brought to you by the Critical Language Service. To learn more about our Arabic courses taught via telepresence and video conference to schools and small groups, visit our website at www.criticallanguageservice.com. Demonstrative pronouns in spoken Arabic. So, in Egyptian Arabic, you don't have fatha and hadhi. Instead, you have di and da. And here I have a very sophisticated chart to explain this to you. So, in formal Arabic, we have fatha, and it becomes da, also spelled da, in Egyptian. And in formal Arabic again, we have hadhi, and in Egyptian it's di. So a common phrase that you might hear or expression, di hello awi. That means it's really beautiful. Or if you want to ask, what's that? In Egyptian, ida. So you can see it's not very complicated.
Okay, so example. First one, we have a picture with old houses. So we say in spoken Arabic, di buyut adima. These are old houses. They are, but they have character. Di sura halwa. This is a pretty picture. Maybe. And da matam Itali. I actually had to take time to know for sure it was a Italian restaurant. So da matam Itali. So this is da di. Da di di. Numbers from 11 to 100 with nouns. Unlike the numbers from 3 to 10, which are followed by a plural noun, the numbers from 11 to 100 must be followed by a singular noun in all varieties of Arabic. Okay, in formal Arabic, you will see singular nouns that follow numbers 11 to 99 written with tanween fatha ending. The same rules that apply to the question word kam. I know this sounds boring and I know there's a lot of words, but it's basically just a couple of information. Trust me. So to make a question, I could say kam kitaban عندك. Notice how كتابا ends with a تنوين الفتحة. And this question is for فصحى. كتابا. If I want to ask in Amiyya, I would say كم, for example, كم دولار معك. How many dollars, how much money do you have? Notice how كم is singular after dollar is singular after كم. So the answer to the question in عامية كم دولار معك, you could say معي 30. Notice how in عامية it's 30 دولار. بس يا حرام بس I only have $30. Notice that dollar is singular too after 30. Now let's answer the فصحى question. كم كتابا عندك? You can say عندي 20 كتابا. Again, notice how 20, which is a number after 11 and before 10, is plural, and the noun after it ends in tanween al-fatha. So as you look at these three examples, in after kam, and فصحى and in Masri, you should trust me when I say that numbers are easy, especially this rule. Okay? It applies for numbers from 11 to 100, and it's the noun after it always with تنوين الفتحة. Notice how in Amiyya dollar doesn't come with تنوين فتحة. It's because it's Amiyya, but it's also singular. Adverbs and تنوين الفتحة. These example of words like قليلا, شكرا, دائما, غدا, أيضا are called adverbs, or actually are the equivalent of adverbs in English. And they share the same grammatical ending, تنوين الفتحة, شكرا, قليلا, أيضا. One of the main functions of this ending is to make a noun or adjective into an adverb, a word that modifies or describes a verb. Most adverbs that end in تنوين الفتح are spelled with an alif, which can be written with or without the tanween. In regular and vowel texts, the symbol tanween is often omitted, leaving just alif as in دائما or جدا. We pronounce the tanween, but we don't have to write it. Of course, knowing this helps you identify adverbs in text. Look for words ending in alif. If they are not proper nouns, chances are they should be read with tanween. However, a few words that are commonly used as adverbs end in تاء مربوطة. Remember that تاء مربوطة with tanween does not take an alif. Adverb placement. Adverb placement is fairly flexible in Arabic and generally corresponds to English word order. So this is the good news. With the exception that Arabic adverbs tend to follow the verb but may also follow the object of the verb or come at the end of a sentence. No, it's not that complicated. It's just Arabic. Okay, I'm gonna give you some words and see if you remember them. أصحابي جوعانون. لا أدرس جيدا في غرفتي. بنتي تقرأ دائما. So, two of these sentences have تنوين فتحة, which means they have adverbs. So, the adverbs are جيدا and دائما. How about أصحابي جوعانون? Let's add an adverb to the missing sentences. So, can you think of an adverb that goes well? هل تتذكرون هذه الكلمات? You have 2 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna write it. جيدا. Do you remember these words well? And for أصحابي جوعانون, well, if you have my kind of friends, it will be دائما. My friends are always hungry. Like their English equivalents, the adverbs أيضا and دائما and فعلا may separate the subject مبتدأ and predicate خبر. So I can say أنا تعبانة أيضا, but I can also say أنا تعبانة أيضا or أنا أيضا تعبانة. Same meaning. Except now أيضا separates the predicate and the subject. Another example, هم بردانون فعلا. They are very cold for real. So هم بردانون فعلا, or I can do this. هم فعلا بردانون عمية, which means they're actually still very cold, and the only thing is that فعلا now separates the subject and the predicate. Note, however, that the adverb جدا must follow the adjective it modifies in formal Arabic. So نحن مشغولون جدا. And هي عطشانة جدا. The تنوين الفتحة ending may be used on many nouns and adjectives that refer to location and time or space. So to do so, you need two things. First, drop the alif lam from the word and use the masculine form of the adjective. Easy. Let's look at an example. زوجي لا يعمل في النهار. My husband doesn't work in the morning. To make it into an adverb, we need to drop the alif lam and use the masculine form and add alif tanween. So في النهار, this is time, preposition of time, and becomes an adverb naharan. Easy. Same thing for space, location in space. You drop the alif lam and you use the masculine form of the adjective. Can you guess the next sentence from this picture? So we have هل تسكنون في بيوت قريبة من الجامعة؟ هل تسكنون في بيوت قريبة من الجامعة? Do you live in houses near the university? So the adjective is قريبة. We need to drop the alif lam and use the masculine form. Well, we don't have alif lam, so we're halfway there, and we just need to use the masculine form. Let's look at the right answer. So, في بيوت قريبة, we have قريبة is the adjective, so we take it, we don't put the alif lam, we drop it actually if we have it, and we use the masculine form, so قريب. And to make it an adverb, what is the last touch? Yep, it's the tanween alif, so قريبا. It would be هل تسكنون قريبا من الجامعة?